Hey guys, how you doing? Another week, another Parrot Puzzler. Week 17. How are we all doing? Had enough of the heat? It's not as hot as what it was. Certainly a bit cooler, not a lot cooler. But yeah, anyone had any thunderstorms, any rain? I think it's been really localised. The other night, back home in Saxmundham, the one night we get rain, a lot of rain, I left my car windows open. Literally, the whole of the front of my car was soaked inside. Puddles in the footwell, I'm not even joking. Yeah, sad times. But anyway, it dried, it got better. But yeah, hope you're all doing well. We're still busy, both pubs still very busy. Obviously this eat out to help out job 8 is doing its job. Monday seems to be the busiest day of the week now. Till September anyway, but who knows what's going to happen in September, who knows. But yeah, so next week book up both places, fairly busy already, so if you want to sort of make the most of the last week really, apart from the bank holiday the week after, then yeah, book online, call us here in the Dolphin, both taking bookings. But anyway, you're here for the Parrot Puzzler, not for me jabbering on. So yeah, standard 20 questions, general knowledge. We'll see how you get on. So question 1, Parrot Puzzler, week 17. What was the name of the first dog that appeared in a Disney cartoon? Question 2. What is the biggest planet in our solar system? Question 3. In the West End, you can watch a Harry Potter play in which you see the next generation of the Potter family. But what is the play called? I guess it's like a sequel to all the films. But it's pretty good. There's 2 parts to it. Bit of a con to get you into the theatre twice, but it's worth it. Question 4. What is the literal translation of Moulin Rouge to English? Question 5. What is the name of the river that runs through Chicago? Question 6. What is the largest landlocked country in the world? What is the largest landlocked country in the world? Question 7. Maths question, sort of. How many days are there in all the months that end in a Y? No, obviously the phone's gonna ring. We'll plough through. Question 8. For which film is the Nakatomi Plaza associated? Some say it's a Christmas film. Some don't agree. A good film nonetheless, to watch any time of the year. Question 9. Which is closest to Aldringham? Cape Town in South Africa or Tokyo in Japan? Which is closest? For those of you that are watching not from Suffolk and you're like, where's Aldringham? We're a tiny little village about 2 miles away from the coast of Suffolk. Question 10. How many Prime Ministers has the Queen seen during her reign? Question 11. Another maths question. Okay. Going on holiday to the US If the exchange rate is $1.8 to the pound, how much would I get for £680? Sounds like the kind of a maths question you'd get in school. But hey, that's just the way I wrote it. So, if the dollar's worth $1.8 to the pound, how many dollars would I get for £680? Question 12. What was the first ever song played on Radio 1? I guess it's quite appropriate for some this week. Question 13. Tom and Barbara led a self-sufficient life in the TV programme The Good Life, but what was the names of their neighbours? There's two. Half a point for each. One of them is very obvious, but I'm far too young to remember the programme. Obviously. 14. What is the deepest known place in the world? So we're talking under the sea here. The deepest place. Question 15. Which has the most bones? Your hand or your foot? I'm not lifting my foot up here. Which one has the most bones? Question 16. On which day does France celebrate Bastille Day? The same day every year. If only Easter was that easy. Question 17. What number did David Beckham wear on his t-shirt when he played for Man U? Not really a t-shirt, but what number did David Beckham have on his shirt when he played at Man U? Question 18. On what day of the week do Americans have their Thanksgiving? Question 19. Where in the world this week recorded the highest ever temperature? Yeah, it was in the news on Monday, I think. Yeah, the highest temperature ever recorded anywhere on Earth. It was hot. And appropriately named. Question 20. Who's the only person to have played James Bond once in the films? Yeah. Obviously there's been like radio versions and stuff, but the films that we all know and some of us love, me, who's only played him once. So that's your 20 questions. How do we all get on? We will find out. Okay. Question 1. What was the name of the first dog to appear in the Disney cartoon? It was Pluto in 1930, and he was the dog to Mickey Mouse. Question 2. What is the biggest planet in our solar system? It's Jupiter, and according to NASA's website, it's twice as big as all the other planets combined. So yeah, that's a pretty big planet. Question 3. In the West End, you can watch a Harry Potter play in which you see the next generation of the Potter family. What is it called? It's Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Yeah, I got to see this, I guess, last year. But yeah, really good. Like I say, 2 parts. You can watch both parts in one day, which we did. It's a long hours, some long sort of, I don't know, 5 hours maybe in the theatre. But it's worth it. Question 4. What is the literal translation of Moulin Rouge to English? According to Google Translate, it's red mill, but I appreciate, I didn't know this, but I would say red windmill. So if you've got that, you can have a point. Question 5. What is the name of the river that runs through Chicago? It's simply Chicago River. Doesn't get much simpler than that. Question 6. Which is the largest landlocked country in the world? It's Kazakhstan. And for some reason, in 1993, they decided they needed a navy. So Yeah, the largest landlocked country in the world also has a navy. Who knows where their boats are? Question 7. How many days in all the months that end with Y? I probably should have written those months down. So it's February, May, July, and another one. Oh, January. Anyway, when it's not a leap year, when there's a standard 28 days in February, there's 121 days in all those months. Yeah, so 121 is your answer. Question 8. For which film is the Nakatomi Plaza associated? Die Hard. Question 9. Which is closest to Aldringham? Cape Town in South Africa or Tokyo in Japan? Tokyo in Japan is closer. It's 5,864 miles away, whereas Cape Town is 6,036 miles away. So there's only about 200 miles in it. But Tokyo, closer to Aldringham. Random fact for you. Okay. How many Prime Ministers, this is question 10, how many Prime Ministers has the Queen seen during her reign? It's 14. I do have them all listed as well. Winston Churchill, Anthony Eden, Harold Macmillan, Alec, I don't know, something home. I can't read my writing. Anyway, Harold Wilson, Edward Heath, Harold Wilson again, James Callaghan, Margaret Thatcher, John Major, Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, David Cameron, Theresa May, and now Boris Johnson. 14. Question 11. Maths question. Going on holiday to the US, if the exchange rate is $1.8 to the pound, how much would you get for £680? So it's pretty much 680 times 1.8, which is 1,224. If the exchange rate was 1.8, I'd probably be going there right now. That's a good rate. Question 12. What was the first ever song played on Radio 1? It was Flowers in the Rain by The Move. Quite a quirky little song. And I'll leave it there. I nearly gave the answer away to another question. Question 13. Tom and Barbara led a self-sufficient life in the good life, but what were the names of their neighbours? It was Margot and Jerry. So yeah, half a point for each. Question 14. What is the deepest known place in the world? It's the bottom of the Mariana Trench, 6.83 miles deep. Pretty deep. Question 15. Which has the most hand? No, which has the most bones? Your hand or your foot? Your hand does, only by one, has 27 bones in your hand, 26 bones in your foot. And both your hands and feet together make up over half the bones in the human body. Which is quite interesting. Question 16. On which day does France celebrate Bastille Day? It's the 14th of July. Question 17. What number did David Beckham wear on his shirt when playing for Man U? It was number 7. Maybe lucky number 7. Question 18. On what day of the week do Americans have their Thanksgiving? It's a Thursday. You probably notice I'm going really fast because I'm running out of time. Sorry. Question 19. Where in the world this week recorded the highest ever temperature? It was in Death Valley, and it was, I think, 54.6 degrees. I'm happy with 24. 20. Who is the only person to ever play James Bond once? It's George Lazenby. Yeah, so that's your 20 questions. How did you get on? Not a bad mix. Good variety there for all ages, I guess. So yeah, let me know. Scores, comments below. Let me know what you've been up to. Let me know if you've been to eat at the pub. Yeah, and anyway, I hope you're all good. Hope you're all staying safe, wearing masks, washing hands, still singing happy birthday, are we? But yeah, take care everyone. We'll see you next week for another Parrot Puzzler. See you later.